This is the last episode.
Couldn't get to the volume slider in time. I heard all that. I don't know. Did you hear it like out of my headphones?
But I know what you're talking about.
Dude, it doesn't. It never fails. Every time we start recording, my phone decides to make a vibration sound.
Stop calling yourself.
What?
Stop sending yourself texts
No.
to make yourself seem important.
Oh, okay.
People have done that, and that scares me.
People have done a lot of things.
Like weed.
Like drug. Hey, have you ever done drug?
I took an ibuprofen like 2 weeks ago because my shoulder hurt.
Hashtag jail. For you. Hey, guys.
I can't even see what you're doing anymore, and I've given up. I refuse to swivel my head.
It doesn't matter because I did it. I'm doing it way. I usually try to do it to like during the intro song, "Reach for the Czars" by Nathan Maxx. Who
Reach for the Stars from the hit game Sonic Colors.
No, Reach for the Czars.
I like that song actually.
Czars. I have a text from my friend Richard Miller. Shout out. One time.
I was like, are you really gonna say one time? I was like, please don't. You're going so slow. You're almost there. It's like watching a baby take its first steps. Like, just keep one more foot in front of the other, and you'll make that first step. Come on, I believe in you.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, my friend buddy Nathan Maxx, who released new music under a different artist name band thing. I don't know the name of it. So,
rename or new project?
New project. I don't know the name of it, and so there's no point in me bringing it up.
Fuck you. Wasting oxygen on God's green earth.
I'm gonna find it.
To literally do the opposite of helping your friend.
Legitimately the opposite of that. Like I'm actively sabotaging him. Nathan Maxx.
Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder. His name isn't Nathan Maxx on Instagram, and I don't remember his Instagram name. And so
wow, cool friend you got there.
Hey, you can find his old music still on SoundCloud at Nathan Maxx. If you like synthwave in metal, because there's a metal project in there too, but mostly synthwave music. Anyways, guys, this is a podcast. We talk about
how rap isn't music.
Rap is not music.
I actually, when you told me about that off the podcast while I was losing my shit, just being so baffled at that whole debacle, I watched that video and it was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Guys, Ben Shapiro's dad went to music school, maybe.
He played a violin one time. Shout out one time.
He pressed the piano key once and understands what music really is.
And I'm a fucking savant at this point.
I love Ben Shapiro and also hate Ben Shapiro.
I love Buff Corell, the only guy.
Ben Shapiro is Star Wars to me, honestly.
That's fucking deep. That should be your book on him. When he dies next year, when Zach Fox uses him as a fleshlight, when you write his obituary,
still the greatest. Like
it's the greatest diss of all time.
It really is
the greatest threat of all time.
Yeah.
Using somebody as a flashlight.
I'm gonna pick up Ben Shapiro's body and use him as a fleshlight.
Is he back on Twitter?
No, he's gone. He's gone forever.
Is he just given up? He's gonna be Instagram. Because I've seen videos of him dancing on Instagram, and they're very good.
I don't even know he has Instagram. All right, I'll check him out on Instagram then.
He made a song about his meat. Well, someone made a song about his meat, and he just like grabbed his dong for half a minute. It was really funny.
Cool. Listen to Jesus is the One. Kenny Beats' most important song in his entire career.
And then I'll watch the video for like the 20th time. I watched the video an ungodly amount of times.
The Genius one or the...
No, like the actual, just the whole episode.
Both of them are good.
I love that series a lot.
Yeah.
But I watched the video more... A lot of them I watched more than once, but like...
That and then the Genius video is so good because Kenny is just like...
He hates
how is this my most popular song? Like, what?
Legitimately...
I'm a real musician.
That show and that viral clip and him working with a couple artists that have gotten really big has like really helped his career. So he's like, man, fuck.
Yeah, right?
Because he's been in music forever. He was in a DJ duo.
Yeah, he's a
while ago.
He's a real boy.
He's really talented. Yeah. I like him. He's got some fresh facial hair.
Guys, we're gonna talk about some stuff and then also other things. But first, I want to talk about
YouTube.
No, I want to talk about a show I'm watching that isn't on YouTube. It's on
Nirvana the Band, the show.
It's on Netflix.
Unironically, people go watch that show. It's fantastic. Nirvana the Band, the show.
What is that? Explain now.
Same vein of comedy as Nathan For You.
Okay.
But even more Canadian.
Okay, somehow.
And watch YMS's video about it.
Okay.
Because it's short and it explains it, because it's hard to explain one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
You're talking about Furry Extraordinaire, Your Movie Sucks.
Yes. Animals Can Consent, and Adam
Adam Plays.
Adam plays
Is Pluze, I believe, is actually.
Pluze,
I believe his last name is actually Pluze.
Yeah.
Pluze.
I just know because it's Let's Play channel called Plays with an A.
So I want to talk about a show I'm watching for some reason. I've been the last little bit, like maybe a couple of weeks, I've been thinking I feel like I should get into the show because I feel like it's going to be ending here soon. And
so you got into Food Wars, the hit anime series.
No, and then I saw Netflix advertising it to me, like front and center. They got, I guess, they put a new season.
Auto suggestions of like, hey, you watch this, so check out this trailer.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if it's because I talked about it, my phone heard it, and Google was like, hey, Netflix, this boy said this.
Do you have Netflix on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I believe that 1,000%.
Yeah, 100%. The Walking Dead.
No, dude. Have some respect.
I like it a lot so far.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm on season 2.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's where it goes down the fucking shitter.
Why? Because child gets shot?
No, because that's super limp and it's a dumb plot point.
Okay.
Oh, the well's infected. Oh my, that season's so terrible. That's where I dropped it.
Really?
When it was coming out, that's where I dropped it at season 2. Season 2 was so bad.
Wow, okay, that's the season.
Season 2 is horrendous.
Wow, interesting. Okay,
one is not perfect, but there's a lot of good things about it.
I really liked one.
One has one of the best scenes where it's one of the opening is one of my favorite opening episodes of a show ever.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. And then it has some dumb moments like the conversation with the women in the campground and all that dumb shit.
You're hitting something, I feel like. Oh, your foot's on the thing. Yeah.
And then season 2 where they go to that fucking farm. Holy cow.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. And if
you can stomach the finale, if you don't find any issues with it, then you won't give a fuck.
Cool.
And that depresses me.
Yeah. I have weird opinions on media sometimes. I like a lot of good things.
But that bothers me because you care about things that are good.
Yeah.
And in this genre, no, that's not true. You like the Black Ops story. That's not true at all. You don't care about really tightly well-written stories. Just like if it's cool to you, that's all that matters.
I also like tightly. I also like that. I like both.
But that doesn't matter as much to you.
No. I won't. I think I will. The first season got me actually invested. Like the first
season's pretty great.
The first 2 episodes, I was like, all right, I'm in. Like I'm 100% into this. Like I thought it was filmed in an interesting. Like it felt so.
You want to know why it's filmed that way? Because the guy makes movies.
Yeah.
And then he gets kicked off of season 1.
Got it.
AMC literally kicked him off.
Okay, well, I already noticed that there's a difference in the film.
And they keep changing directors every couple seasons.
Cool. Well, I'm liking it already. Either way, like
I'm depressed.
Yeah.
That you're gonna. I would hope you don't go past season 2 to save yourself some time.
Oh no, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I'm 100% gonna watch every single episode, and I'm.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think I.
No, like I'm your therapist. Like, why did you do?
I think
what caused you to open the bottle?
Here's what happened. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, okay, no, for real. Like, what spurred this on? Besides, like, why were you talking about it?
When I was 4, I'm kidding.
A zombie killed your entire family.
I've been like in a
binge mood.
Yeah, man.
But for anything.
Well,
you could have watched like The Wire.
Well, I should watch The Wire.
The Wire's a fucking amazing show.
I need to watch The Wire.
That's a show for me and you.
Yeah.
People care about this bullshit.
I still need to watch Oz. Like I never watched Oz and all.
What the fuck is Oz?
Oz was the
you mean the Ozark or Oz?
No, Oz pre-Sopranos HBO. It's 90.
Okay.
It was like the first
like kind of like big drama.
Yeah, people talk Sopranos. It's like HBO's first big get. I think Oz was technically it, but Oz
because I'm still getting through. I'm getting through the Sopranos kind of slow because
it was
like, I don't need to.
It was about a prison situation. Yeah,
because I need to watch like Band of Brothers as well. Get around to that.
I haven't watched that either.
At some point.
But I've been in the mood to watch something, and I keep going back and forth. Like, do I want to watch Mad Men or Breaking Bad again?
You know what?
Both of those shows so many times, and I'm so close to watch. I keep getting so close to watching Mad Men, like so close. Because
you've watched Breaking Bad. We've talked about on
like
this
6 times,
ungodly amount of times for a show of its length, not of its quality, of its just sheer length.
I've watched Game of Thrones 8 times, so yeah.
But that was because you were spinning your wheels, not because out of just love.
No,
it was out of love, and also like. You know, I like this show. I want to just refresh.
I want to learn everything. That was the thing about Game of Thrones.
Breaking Bad is just it's quality.
Yeah, Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad was I like it this much. I want to experience the story again. And every time, because one of the things
reading a good book or whatever.
One thing about Breaking Bad that I appreciate, same thing with Mad Men, is every time I watch it, I still feel the same emotional hit. Like it hasn't worn off, and that's I think that one of the things with me too is when I watch stuff, if I like something, it's very hard for me to like get bored of it. Like if I'm in even Star Wars, Star Wars, it has issues with me and my brain, but I watched Star Wars countless amount of times, like the original like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So many times. When I was a kid, I used to literally go to sleep watching them, like every single night. Like I would 1 week, like every week I would go Monday. I'm going to go to sleep.
See, I
watching
can't
episode
do
1.
that with stuff that I grew up with anymore.
No, yeah,
Because when I was a kid, I was the biggest Toy Story 2 fan on the planet Earth.
yeah.
It's still a good movie, but it's just Toy Story 1 again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good movie, mainly because Jesse's story.
So that's
pretty
the
good,
thing
but
is
it's
like
I can't do that now.
even after
with the new shit I find when I'm older, I can do that.
Even after watching Star Wars an obscene amount of time, like literally incalculable amount of time. Like I have no idea. It would be in a month I'd watch every single Star Wars at the time. In 1 month, 3 times, like the entire 3 times in a month. Like it's an ungodly amount of times I've seen Star Wars, and yet I'll still go back and watch the entire saga and still like, yeah, it's silly. I still like it though. Like I'm still enjoying it. Like I still enjoy this thing. And same thing with Breaking Bad. Same thing with Mad Men. Yes, I'm comparing Star Wars to these things. The reason
you got Breaking Bad 6 full times through.
Yeah.
Mad Men. How long is Mad Men compared to Breaking Bad?
Oh, Mad Men is longer. I think Mad Men's like 8 seasons.
Is it the same amount of of runtime?
Yeah. So it's definitely longer.
Okay.
I think Game of Thrones is the longest. Game of Thrones is the longest.
Mad Men started before Breaking Bad? Like when
no,
it was like
Breaking
on
Bad
TV?
was longer. But remember Breaking Bad had
it had that weird.
Well, Breaking Bad had a lot of
release schedule.
Yeah, they had very strange. And then Mad Men suffered because they had the writer strike thing that happened during it too.
Right.
So
yeah.
that's kind of why the show. I believe that's why the show ended. Like I think that show was going to keep going. But then the last season had that happen, and they're like, okay, I guess we'll just finish.
We have to wrap up what we have.
Yeah, and I
knowing that, like
I like the ending of Mad Men.
You're fine with it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't like it. I think it's a really good bow.
Oh, maybe that means I shouldn't watch Mad Men.
Why? Because I like it.
No, because you like the ending that people don't like.
Oh,
Game of Thrones, dude.
Oh no! I don't.
You're the minority, and it turns out with endings that people don't like, I'm part of the majority 90% of the time.
No. My thing with Game of Thrones is it's objectively a badly made last 2 seasons. Like it's the quality of like writing and stuff like that is bad, but the story itself isn't bad. Like I think my argument for why it's good is not because it was done well. It's executed terribly, but it's still a good story. Like it's if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like
you like the flash, not the substance. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
In a not derivative
that's
way.
That's not what I'm saying.
The things that I enjoyed about it, some of it was.
I think it's actually the opposite.
Because the core of a show is its writing and its plot. If the writing is poor, then the plot is also suffering and going to be not entirely. It doesn't. Well, in some cases, can and did ruin older plot points.
Yeah,
but it makes the overall plot.
I need to figure out a way to. I need to write down my thoughts
because it changes every time. Of like,
well, no,
it's
always been the same, but I don't know how to word it. I think that's my issue with the ending of Game of Thrones. Is that, and I have this. I have to figure out. I need to write an essay about that. I wrote an essay recently about
many YouTubers did, and I watched none of them.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about writing one just for me because this guy need to get these ideas. Because
you and Maulauer can hang out.
Well, my brain wants to connect the prequels to the ending of Game of Thrones, and I don't know why or how, but I feel like there's a connection there in my head.
The thing that you enjoy is not enjoyed by the masses, so you feel isolated.
It's not that. It's definitely not that. It's more of just like I'm trying to figure out what it is about it that I actually enjoy. Like there's a story that I like about. Same thing with the prequels. Like,
was there a Jar Jar in Game of Thrones at some point?
No. Was
there a racist stereotype?
I need to figure out a way to pull out the story from the writing. Like I don't know how to do I don't know if this makes sense.
That's not.
There's like an essence to it that I like. That I really.
Do you mean just like you love the tone of Game of Thrones so much?
It's not the tone. It's definitely not the tone. Like
that's why I know what you're getting at.
It's
here.
actual stories. Actually, what the character where the characters end up, stuff like that. Main points,
Doggo got pet. That's all I cared about.
The main beats of why, who won the Game of Thrones and who lived for the most part.
It's all over a chair.
Well, certain thing that happened to John and what happened to him, for example. I think that was such a perfect ending for that character. And then he went
to his home planet.
Well, what I think,
like Poochie.
yeah, just like Yoda, to exile himself into a planet.
What if the next Star Wars movie is just them hanging out?
That'd be cool.
That's the whole movie, like him and the ghost.
I'm down.
And he was, when he laughs about him.
It's just a 2.5 hour orgy for Force Ghosts. It's a Force Ghost OG.
That's what the movie's going to be. Yeah. That or time travel.
Yeah, 100% time travel.
I'd rather the orgy for 2.5 hours.
But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to word this, and I don't know how. I need to sit down and really think about it because there's something there in my brain. There's a connection that my brain is trying. That damaged you. That
made you want to watch Walking Dead, even though everyone says it sucks.
Okay, so no. Yeah, kind of. Well,
it's like this is the cause and this is the effect.
Actually, okay, so. Kind of actually, because I think what's happening is I want to watch something. I want to watch something that I haven't watched before because I'm just like tired of rewatching everything over and over again.
As anyone would. Even with things that they like that they would consider quality, other people consider quality.
Hey, after Walking Dead, I'll probably go watch Breaking Bad again. Like I don't know. Like I'll get over this.
It's your fucking time. Who cares? You could have used that time to like save a puppy.
But I think that
lift
part,
some weights.
I think that part of like knowing that like everyone seems. I'm seeing a split. It's not everyone hates Walking Dead. I think it's most people hate Walking Dead.
It's been that way for like 4 years. But there was a turn.
Yeah, there was
a turn where from like this kind of sucks or I dropped out because I got bored to like this show fucking sucks, but I can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
And that was when I was in high school.
So that's what I want to understand. Is like why is it like I can't stop watching it either? Like I'm trapped. Like what got them trapped? And also what is it that people
time investment, bro? How many people do you know that were not happy with the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones that couldn't stop watching because like I'm already this far in? I spent so many hours and so much of my life going with this show. I gotta see to the end.
Well, but that's the thing.
If I don't like
that,
what's
actually,
going,
I think that connects to.
It's super common. I know some people do that.
Well, but I think that connects to why I'm liking certain, like why I like for example, like parts of. There's an aspect of the prequels that I like, or the aspects of the ending of Game of Thrones that I like. I think that goes into. I don't think it's just I committed this time. I have to finish. I think it's. There's something here that I like.
For most people, remember, most people don't think about media this hard.
No. I'm not saying they think. This is something that I don't think they're thinking. This is why for me.
No,
like,
I disagree. People don't think this subconsciously about stuff. Trust me.
I
talk to a lot of regular Joes because no one I know talks about media like this except for like me. Well, like you and like 2 other people that I know.
Yeah.
Even my friends who are into like the same nerdy shit that I am, or like even the same things that I'm into. They don't discuss or think about media this way.
No,
Not
I
even
don't.
Close.
No, I don't think it's a discussion. I think we have. Remember, you also have to remember, like, I enjoy, like, I like psychoanalysis and psychology and stuff like that.
As do I.
Yeah, but
I went into it before you were. When I was like 13.
Yeah, that's probably true then.
Because I read books a lot and I didn't have siblings for a while, so I stole books from the library and read about shit. Because I wanted to be like a big boy.
But I
then I didn't go to big boy college.
Well, remember, I always say that if I wasn't going down the music road, I would have gone to psychology.
Like the reason people think this hard about stuff, well, I don't know, I'm saying like a fucking Neanderthal. Why people like to observe and analyze media is because they're passionate about the media that they're into.
Yeah.
But I think the amount of people that are actually this passionate about it versus people who just want to,
I agree.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
The people who are actually into media that would either do this on their own time or want to watch a video about this or read a paper on it and discuss it either in response or about that.
Yeah.
The actual number of people who do that is much lower than I thought it was.
I agree,
because when I got older and have like, try to like either get people into this stuff or like ask them, hey, you watch this video, what do you think about it? They go, oh, that was cool. I think a lot of these people, because we live in the age of like overpopulated video essays on everything, whether intelligent or for goofs.
Yeah.
I like both. Well, when they're good, because it's, you have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, it's always been this way. I think since people have done shit, it is fun to hear people either passionately with anger or with happiness, just talk about shit. I don't think it mattered if it was media or not. I really don't.
Okay, so I agree with you on pretty much all of that. I think where we disagree is the level of subconscious that the level at which people observe, like take in media at a subconscious level. I think people.
It's there for sure, but I think the levels of it, I think we disagree on.
Yeah, I think it's deeper.
Because my dad liked Star Wars because he saw it on the VHSs when it was raining. I'm sure there are like okay. When I was like, I was showing him the newest movie. Well, like the newest one at the time, the first one.
Yeah.
When Han fucking dies or whatever, he didn't bat an eyeball.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh, that happened.
Well,
I guess he's dead now.
Well, this isn't me saying everyone is.
Those are films that he loves.
Yeah.
But remember, he's not like us or people that we talk about or even on the internet before. That's like, oh, that's a movie that I liked a lot as a kid. The thought stops there.
Yeah.
Even subconsciously for them. It's like it kind of just stops.
I think some people like that. I think.
And others maybe so.
I think there are some things like shows like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead.
They go like, you're thinking about this show or whatever too much. It's just a show, bro. Hey, our former ghost thinks this way about me.
Everyone talks to me about that for everything I talk about.
The mutual ghost that we have that we've talked or like we've talked with every now and then.
Well, no, I do. Well, there's
he loves me and him love the same one thing we love together is One Piece to death. He has I think 2 tattoos of it.
Yes.
We love it to death. It's like it's important to both of our lives in different ways, but it matters to our way we live our lives and the people and relationships and media and everything in general.
Yes.
It's fucking awesome. We think about it in entirely different ways.
Yes.
If I wanted to show him like a podcast listen to that's about it or a video discussion of it or like talk about the way I love to implement real world issues and he doesn't care.
Well, I think the real world
but he loves it the same as much as I do.
I disagree on some of those. I think he disagree. he wouldn't care about the real world stuff, but there's a lot of other stuff that he care about. He would
But not
listen
in
to-
the same way that I want to discuss it or think about it. And that's fine.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah, yeah.
But I think a lot of people are like that. They can love something on like as much as you can on a surface level, but
Okay.
everything else is optional side quest.
I
shit.
have a question, and I think this will pretty much answer where our disagreement is. Do you believe in a collective unconscious?
No.
Okay.
And I've read and I love Carl Jung shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, hey, by the way, you know why I'm into psychology shit?
Yeah.
Persona 3.
Okay, fair.
Because the literal guy goes in like, he doesn't tell you why, but he's like, let's talk about Carl Jung and like the idea of a persona.
Yeah.
And then I read books.
So
and then
because
I read psychology.
my idea with my reasoning why I think certain shows pick up and certain things phenomenon pick up more than others
Ass,
for some reason.
titties, violence.
For some reasons,
Done. I've
not
read every-
always. Like Avatar's a good example.
Transformers. Avatar had ass and titties.
No. Avatar's
But they
a
were
good.
blue.
No, Avatar's a good reason why this isn't a hard and fast rule. Like most things in life. Like
yeah,
this isn't,
I'm not saying that at all either.
Yeah, but my thing is like I think Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, all these things. I think there's something similar about
Breaking
all
Bad
of,
baffles me how it got big.
Well,
You know what I
Breaking
mean?
Well, okay, look.
Mad Men make more sense to
listen
me
real
like
quick.
why it got big.
Listen real quick. I think the reason why these shows are hitting people so much deeper than like other things is because I think there is a fundamental story that's being woven in them that is hitting people at a deeper level than what they think it is. And I think there's something about Walking Dead. I'm already noticing it. Like even I'm the first season is only 6 episodes, so I can't count it as a full season. But I've watched that, and I'm like halfway through the second season. So
because you
I'm
already
10
saw, you
I'm like
saw
10 episodes
Child
in.
Zombie. You're pretty far in.
Yeah. So I'm like 10 episodes in.
The Well is where I dropped it.
Yeah, and so
I'm like, man, fucking, they don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm like 10 episodes in, and I think I'm noticing or I'm feeling the same reasonings why people got so into it. Like I think there's something about certain pieces of media, like certain
drama
stories.
by its nature is just compelling on a base human level.
That's kind of all I'm arguing for. Like I'm thinking.
Well, then we agree in there, but like I said, it's not. I'm not gonna say like too deep.
Well,
like it's for a lot of people, it is just that.
Well,
I know because I asked many people around because I was in high school at the time, and adults like on the internet, or like friends or relatives that I knew. I'm like,
yeah,
why are you still there? And they're like, I watched it with my mom, and it's a thing we do together. Like it's like out of habit or out of like, dude, I'm like 5 seasons in. I'm just gonna do it because I've already spent the time.
People could like
because you can move on.
Yeah, people
can
can
just do
leave.
it. Most people I know. Well, Walking Dead got so bad that those people that I knew just gave up.
Yeah, most people gave up on Walking Dead.
And that's crazy to me. I thought people would still stick around, like they did with Dexter or whatever.
Well, but that's what I'm wondering if. I'm trying to see what it is about. I think
it is fun to find out why people hate a show. I like that shit all the time.
Well, it's
or like how a show fell from its.
I
want
to see how it hits me because I think it's going to hit me differently than other people. Just because
I'm laughing for a dumb reason, ignore me.
Huh?
I'm laughing for a dumb reason, ignore me.
Yeah, well, because Game of Thrones hit me different. Like the end of Game of Thrones, I think.
Stop saying that phrase.
Why?
You know what that means, right?
What?
Hits different.
Okay.
You can't keep saying that, man.
I think Game of Thrones hits different.
God damn it.
I think I'm okay. I don't know how else to word it.
It's just I don't know why just that phrase with shows is making me laugh like a fucking 5-year-old.
Right? Okay. I'm thinking Walking Dead is going to. I don't know how
the way Black Panther hit me different. like it's so dumb.
It really is, but I don't know a better way to.
It's making me laugh.
Affects
people.
There we go. I think it's going to affect me differently than.
Of course it will, because you have your own unique experiences and brain.
Yeah, and I will. But I'm noticing similarities in other things that I like that have a similar reaction with other people.
Have you played The Witness?
I have not.
That game's about patterns and people who do stuff like this on accident all the time.
So I'm wondering if Walking Dead is going to do the same thing that like Game of Thrones did, or let's say the prequels. But again, I hate comparing that one because it's
all you have in your window of media that you've seen that people have reacted to negatively.
Well, it's just the first thing that come to mind. Like I'm sure there are more.
There are more, but scale
BioShock is another one. But yeah, scale is hard.
BioShock was not nearly this bad.
That's why I'm saying like
I was on the small side of people who did not like how the game ended when it came out because I bought it release day.
Oh, maybe that's why then.
Remember that negative effect on BioShock is from me and me only in your life.
That's probably why. Huh?
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Most people don't hate it.
I'm sure there are other.
Now where it is now, from what I know from people, they're like, it was disappointing. Yeah. But it wasn't terrible. And guess what? That's where I've always been with it. But I was just angry how bad the ending was.
I'm sure there are other examples. I just can't. Those are the ones that
Naruto. Giant series that people don't like the ending of. Bleach, I didn't where the guy just gave up.
I didn't finish
Naruto.
Wait, what?
Well, you never even checked on how it ended?
I don't remember. I think I was told and like looked into it, but
Okay.
I got.
As someone who bought those 3 Switch games, like I'm pretty sure you know how the fuck it ends if you want to see all these characters and know where they went.
Yeah, I don't think I remember.
You gotta see Mike Guy fucking open up all his things and that shit's tight.
Yeah, I remember there's
It's the best part about that fucking shit show.
There's moon shit, right?
They do. That's the whole plot is like reincarnated gods and shit.
Yeah.
Because
So
Japan takes reincarnation and stories repeating as literal, and it's fucking stupid.
yeah, I know.
in
Like
Naruto.
there's a base level which I remember, but I don't.
Madara was there, and a snake was there,
Okay.
and Naruto he becomes friends with the fox in his butthole, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
let's be friends.
Yeah, I remember
and
the
then he
fist
hangs
bump.
out with the coolest teachers of all time because he's special.
I remember
not
the
'cause
fist
he's
bump.
talented.
We all remember the fist bump, the fox fist bump.
I remember at the end of Naruto him high-fiving everybody, giving him his energy.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Regardless,
he says hashtag
so
squad.
we'll move on. But my main thing is I'm curious to see how The Walking Dead affects me, and
How it hits different.
I'll check in. I'll check in every once in a while on the podcast and let you know where I'm at.
Because I only know bits and pieces of where the show went because I ask people, hey, I read the comics this far. What'd they do with this? Well, that character's dead
Mhm.
already. I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're really cool. Okay, whatever. Or like, hey, why'd this person die? They wanted to be in another movie, so they just killed themselves in the show. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. And then they kept doing that as the
Yeah.
show kept going on.
Yeah.
Like a main character, I laughed about it on the podcast when it happened, literally gets lifted out of the series, and I fucking pissed myself laughing.
Cool. I'm excited when that
A
happens.
main character that you are seeing right now,
Yeah.
you probably like, just literally fucks off.
Cool.
And it's the funniest thing I've seen on like a giant TV show in years.
Cool.
Of like, man, this show it's losing all steam and all the wheels are falling off,
Yeah.
but they're still pushing that thing down the hill.
I will say
It's really
another
funny
show that
work.
I'm also watching, which I forgot to mention. Peaky Blinders is fucking so good.
because it's an amazing show.
So good.
I don't even
the,
talk about
new
it, but
season,
I watched the season, but I caught up on it. It's pretty great.
the new season comes out October 4th.
Yeah.
I'm watching the last season now because I watched the first 2 seasons a long time ago when they came out and I forgot them, so I rewatched them. I watched season 3. I'm on season 4.
It's been a while for me too. Yeah, I should probably rewatch like some of it.
Yeah, I always recommend to people if you're gonna.
I
Watch
love its setting.
If you're going to watch Peaky Blinders, watch it with subtitles because
Yes,
even if you're
please.
British, put the
Yeah.
subtitles on.
I asked
'Cause these
my-
are some thick
I-
boy
I-
accents.
I asked somebody from Ireland who's like, dude, I can't.
Dude,
I can't.
I always forget. How do I always forget this guy's name? How?
The actor or
Tom
something?
Hardy. I don't know how I always forget.
Tom Hardy's real accent or
No,
whatever?
no. Tom Hardy's character.
Oh God, yeah.
Is the
He's speaking another language.
It's like it's kind of like Bane.
Bane,
Tom-
but with a Cockney accent.
It's Bane with a cognac because it's literally just like, oh, I told me I'm fuck. You go fuck it. I don't want to fucking do it over there.
He
but-
sounds like he.
Look,
Like how he,
I don't want to know, but you
Yeah.
can tell me.
it's like you
I'm
can
like-
hear his muscles in his voice.
Yeah, he's trying so
with
hard.
an accent. It's really crazy.
Apparently, it's really accurate. Like they're doing a good job.
I'd buy it.
But I think the issue is like it's maybe too accurate. Like they forget that there's an audience watching
Yeah.
that doesn't have 1920s.
Well, I
British
don't watch a lot of like
accents.
like those shows like Downton Abbey or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're like period dramas.
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. I don't
Not
want to say it that way
Downtown
'cause
Abbey.
Downtown by Mark Ronson.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dude,
I don't
this
know if
Downtown Abbey hits differently when you say it that way.
It's really slow and dry. I don't know if those shows, I've never watched them. Do like period dramas go that hard on Old English accents?
Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell with. I know Peaky Blinders is weird because it's a Netflix original that's partnered with BBC. So it's a weird.
Yeah, that's what Black Mirror does.
Okay, it's a very strange.
Which I have not had the heart to check out newer.
I haven't
Black
watched
Mirror.
any Black Mirror.
I've watched 2 seasons. I'm like, hey, these are pretty good.
Yeah.
But they're not blowing me away. They're just like fun sci-fi stories.
Yeah, I
I've heard it
don't-
gets really good. And then I've heard somewhere along the line, I don't know where, it gets really disappointing.
Same reason I don't watch American Horror Story.
American Horror Story, I would argue, was never good.
Okay, yeah,
But that's me
Yeah.
being a dickhead.
Well, remember, I don't like
Also
those.
loving horror in a way that I think it doesn't deliver on.
I don't
But
like-
those costumes in a couple seasons are really great. Shouts out to those people, because some of the people that are still talented on that fucking show.
Fair enough. Okay, so that's the whole thing about the show thing. Like I said, I'll let you guys know where I'm at on The Walking Dead.
I hope for some reason it becomes like your favorite show of all time.
That'd be cool. It might be. I don't know.
For like no good reason. Just that I really like these characters
no, like, I'll
for some reason.
I'll have defense. Like I'll have like it's not.
No, I don't want defense. I want like fanboy love.
No, that'd be great.
Because no one like that exists I've ever met on planet Earth.
Yeah, that'd be
anymore.
great. I think you know me enough to like I don't.
No, because
I
I
have-
was so extreme that I'm like, this
Well, you
would-
know I have dumb opinions for a lot of things, but like
but this would be the dumbest of anything ever.
but you
You're
have
going Super
but you
Saiyan.
agree. It's very rare for me to like something that I don't have a reason for it. Like there's
Even if it's a reason I don't think is
yeah,
reasonable,
like
you'll still
Prometheus
have it.
and stuff like that. Like Alien, I literally wrote like an essay about these. Like I have reasons why I like certain things, even if people disagree with it. It's like it hits differently for me. All right, so let's talk about
like what the fuck is it? Android from Prometheus?
oh David. I fucking love David.
Is he fully functional?
Oh, I know what you mean. I hope so.
That's a reference to Star Trek TNG,
Oh, really?
where they essentially fly into a giant space cloud of alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
and then shenanigans happen.
Does android sex happen?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he goes, "Are you fully functional?" Yes, I am. Because he's an android. I am fully functional. It's really funny. Because at the end of it, it's like, just don't talk about it. And it's like, okay.
Cool. All right. I want to talk about this. Actually, on my list, there are 2 Call of Duty related things. I just realized. That's hilarious. We'll start with the Modern Warfare beta. Because I was going to talk about it last week, but I was too busy talking about Borderlands the entire time.
Borderlands.
Borderman.
Oh, yeah. Any patches for PC that fix
Nope.
performance?
Nope.
Okay. That's it for now. That's all I'm curious about.
Yep.
Until
So-
like you get to the end of the game, I want to talk about it more. Like, that's all I care about for now.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at like Digital Foundry. Man, performance is bad on consoles.
Also, one
Bummer.
thing about Borderlands 3 real quick, I'm noticing like seeing reviews and just videos of people that I liked who's played the game.
It's mostly positive.
It's mostly, everyone seems to hate the story. I think a lot of people that are hating the story they were never Borderlands fans in the first place. Like I think
That's a fanboy statement. You got to think about what you just said.
yeah, you're right.
Think about what you just
let
said.
me figure out a way. Yeah, so a
Oh,
better
wait,
way.
it's not like you're 15.
Yeah,
again.
a better way for me to say that is more like I think if you liked the story of Borderlands 1 and 2, you will still like the story of Borderlands 3. It's rare for me I haven't seen anyone that's criticized the story for Borderlands 3 who also liked the story of 1 and 2. That's the only thing everyone who's criticized the story of Borderlands 3 also did the same have the same critiques for 1 and 2. Like does that make sense? Is that fair to say?
Everyone who likes the story for Borderlands 1 and 2 also doesn't critique Borderlands 1 or 2, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
The people that I've seen, they're all just fanboys.
Fair enough. Okay.
They don't critique the game actually. There's like, this game's fucking great. I love how every joke in the game is, dude, murder, LOL. Since Borderlands 1, and it's never gotten old ever. I still love it.
That's me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And you're a minority from people that I've seen who don't like the game and like the game as well.
And also brown. All right, let's talk about the.
I've seen a brown.
You said
I saw one today.
You said the minority word.
Minority Report.
Minority Report. So the Call of Duty's Modern Warfare fucking beta was out for a long time. 2 weeks of it, pretty much. Well, there was 2 days and then a week break and then 4 days. So 6 days of the beta. I played pretty much every day of it.
How many how many hours do you think?
I have no idea how many hours, but I know that I got to level 21.
That's what I've heard. Like people like who are playing it pretty regularly, like they got to like level 20 or 30.
Yeah, I think the cap they increased. Originally the cap was 10, then they put it to 20, and then I believe it ended at 30.
Did you do that just because you wanted to play it, or because like there was like a bonus if you like finished like a certain
now
like,
well, I mean it's Call of Duty, so like you get to a certain level, you get different guns and stuff like that. So
your
same
progression was like, and...
but it was I was just having fun. Like
I was just curious still. If there was like a, hey, it's level 25, you get like a camo. Because I know they were like saying,
I'm sure you did.
Because I saw a thing that was like, hey, if you play the beta, you get like a skin. It looked like shit,
I'm
but
sure
you got a
that
skin.
I'm sure that's a thing. But usually
it's like a brown woodland skin. I'm like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Skins that everyone totally loves.
I really like this game. The beta. Let me rephrase. I almost fucked up because I'm seeing so many people already reviewing the game somehow. White 7 Street literally made a video called my review of Modern Warfare.
Well, the game is done. People have copies of it probably by now for review.
Yeah, but the people that are reviewing it are talking about just the 6 days of beta. It's like, fuck off. You didn't play the game. Like, there's so much.
Are you really trusting White Boy 7 Street, a guy who makes money off of playing YouTube, to be a good critic?
Oh, no, I'm
not.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if people are listening to this and watching those types of videos and saying, like, okay, let's review the game now. It's like,
if they don't listen to this podcast.
I guess,
they don't care
right.
about games. They're not listening to this.
You're right.
They're not the same people.
Either way, Call of Duty always these betas. They're kind of new to these betas, but ever since they've started doing them, the balancing is drastically different once the game actually comes out. Like the game feels good now. I'm sure it'll feel way different by the time the game comes out. Like I don't know, better or worse. I don't know.
Maybe movement speed, ADS.
Yeah,
something.
all that stuff changes, and it really like
hitbox sizes.
With a game this fundamentally simple,
hitbox looked a little goofy from some of the footage I saw.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some stuff that could.
But it was hard to tell if that was from servers or just beta. Like, hey, the game's about. We fixed it, but it's beta's out. So here.
Well, another thing too is just like with a game that's so simple like Call of Duty, like
you notice mistakes like that.
Well, it's not. I'm saying like the changes from like the game comes out in like a month, October something or whatever.
Pretty soon. It's
very soon. Within a month, this game can completely change. Like with a game this, because you can change one thing and the game drastically changes just because there's not much to it. Mm-hmm. Like the multiplayer, at least, like it's like you run around, shoot guns and stuff like that. And like if you change the speed of how you aim, like that will completely change the meta of how fast you're allowed to engage.
Or they changed time to kill from beta to full game.
Yeah,
it was like significantly different.
Yeah, significantly different. I think it was better. I think Black Ops 4 multiplayer is actually pretty good. You all know I'm pretty bored of Black Ops 4 in general, but I think the multiplayer is not bad. I still like Black Ops 3 more, but that's for other reasons. But okay, so Modern Warfare beta.
So what game modes were in it? Okay, so besides the one that you like.
So first of all, you can actually filter in and out game modes. They're finally you can like every other modern fucking multiplayer game where like I remember Titanfall having it, I was like, this is the fucking best. And then everyone else had it, and
They're like, oh wait, I've played games on PC. They just have servers that have just, hey, these are the game modes we have.
yeah, and you can choose. So it had team deathmatch, domination, headquarters. So headquarters back was cool, and then
that's an old one.
They added a new game mode in this last week of beta called Cyber Attack.
That's that CS:GO, this Counter-Strike one, right?
It's pretty much search and destroy, except you can revive people. It's the exact same thing, but you can revive people.
Wasn't that Sabotage, or am I completely wrong?
No, Sabotage was its own thing. Sabotage is kind of like headquarters, but
what's the one? Because Black Ops 1, I remember. What's the one that had 2 bomb sites?
There's 3 different game modes that had the same. It's hard to Sabotage, headquarters, and search and destroy were all very similar.
That's why I'm like, which one am I thinking of?
Like search and destroy. Search and destroy was simply there was a bomb and
attackers, defenders.
The attacker, defenders, and when you died, you're dead for the round.
And you drop the bomb if you have the bomb.
Yep. The difference in this is that there's 2 bombs. Anyone can pick up there's two
neutral.
There's 2 zones. Yeah. There's one on your side, one on their side. There's a bomb in the middle. Whoever gets that bomb is the attacker. Whoever doesn't is the defender. And then when you die, you can revive your teammates. It's very, very slow. It takes a very long time to revive someone.
Yeah, it was.
But it completely changes the way this game works.
That was
It's very fun. I think if I get this game, I still don't know if I will, but if I do, I will be playing that mode a lot. I really like playing it.
I hope people also agree with you, so that you can actually play it.
Everyone who played the beta, which is a terrible
because
everyone who plays it for the most, well, it's a free beta, so it's a little bit different. But for the most part, people who play Call of Duty betas are sweaty tryhards. This is a little bit different because it was
everyone could play it.
Every single human who did, even if you didn't pre-order it. Well, let me rephrase that. Everyone, if it worked, you could play it. I'll get into that. But because I have a PS4 now and PC, so I was mostly playing on a PS4. I'll explain why I wasn't playing on PC. Simply because I couldn't. I'll explain. But anyway, so there's team deathmatch, domination, headquarters, cyber attack. There's also team TDM and Dom 20, so 10v10 because it's normally 6v6 in Call of Duty.
So not ground war because they learned that mistake.
So there's also they added in the last week. They put in. Oh, there's also the team fights or whatever it's called, the 2v2 mode, which I like.
Yeah, people seem to like it.
Yeah, a lot of people really like. I think old school COD fans really like it.
I think it's made for competitive.
Yeah, I think people who have been around since Modern Warfare 1 or even Modern Warfare 2, like people who are just kind of people who used to watch like Syndicate back in the day, and people who watched
before he lied to children.
People who that was T Martin.
No, Syndicate. He was also advertising the knife stuff, wasn't he, on his channel?
I don't think so. That was mostly T Martin.
Because they were friends.
Yeah, but everyone in the COD community are friends. That doesn't mean they're all agreeing.
If they advertise the same thing, they're both.
I don't remember Syndicate doing that. If you did, fuck it. But I don't remember that.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I remember those 2 names. Like, hey, these are both giant channels. That's fucked up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I have no opinion on that one. I know if they did, that sucks because that was shitty.
I'm really sorry about selling gambling sites to kids. Check out my cool dog and
look at my mansion.
3-story mansion.
Oh, the best. I love the memes that have come out of that.
Almost as bad as the makeup drama shit that happened
last
year.
Yeah, because the
fake crying on camera.
The T Martin apology was the first big
it was really funny
YouTuber apology video that was like, look at my mansion and dog.
Guys, we need to talk. Looking directly at the camera lens.
Look at this pretty white man with his dog and big house. I'm sorry.
I love that Rage Against the Machine album.
Oh, that whole name?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then also they added in the last week, they put in Ground War, which is a 32v32 mode.
Oh, no. They brought it back.
All right, so.
It was never well balanced and never fun to play unless you were winning.
All right,
I remember playing Ground War.
No, Ground War.
Because holy fucking moly, the spawned in Call of Duty.
Ground War in old Call of Duty was 10v10. That was Ground War. That was like.
And it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad because the maps were small. And
the big ones are like, oh, this is. Why did I spawn here?
32v32, they're making maps specifically for this mode. In the beta, we only got one. And.
That's a lot of resources for one game mode.
Yeah, it really is.
That's a risky move.
Yeah, and they're giving all the maps for free, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna.
But no kill confirmed, huh?
What?
No kill confirmed.
Not in the beta. I don't know if they're.
That is the only game mode that I've seen when I glance at Call of Duty multiplayer. That's when they introduced it. Everyone's like, "Oh no, we all like this."
Oh yeah.
Guess what? I liked it a lot when they added it.
No, that and also
gun game.
Wait, was I saying? I think I was saying. Fuck.
Kill confirms the one where you kill a person, you have to pick up. The
yeah,
tag.
but there's I think I was saying headquarters when I was talking about the game modes. I'm thinking. It's not that. I think Headquarters there's a different game mode in the beta, but Headquarters is a different game mode that isn't in the beta. I think if that's what I said, because Headquarters is a game mode that they added in Black Ops 2 that everyone also really liked. That was the one where it was pretty much King of the Hill.
Okay.
And so that was also
that was
also a game mode that everyone used. Well, because it's King of the Hill, it's hard to fuck that up. So everyone was like, yeah, this is fun. Okay, so back to the ground war thing, 32v32. With it is vehicles. A lot of it. There's tanks, helicopters, ATVs, stuff like that. Massive map. It's literally Conquest. It's from Battlefield. So it's 5 flags, and first to get to 500 wins.
But no destructibility, right?
No destructibility. The map, even this map was too small for this many people for Call of Duty with shitty spawn system. It's a beta, so I'm sure the spawns will get fixed. This usually happens in beta. For the Call of Duty betas, the spawns are never great. Even the first month of Call of Duty, the spawns have some issues, but they usually fix it by the second month.
Because they figure out like hot zones and stuff like
that. It's hard to predict when you're developing a game like this which areas of the map are going to be the most used.
Yeah, once the game is
once the public
there.
is actually playing it, then you'll
because the game kind of develops its own little meta.
This is why most games that come out around the holidays don't get fixed until like after Christmas. Just because that's when
it's kind of not worth it.
Yeah, because that's when you really get the biggest. That's the best time to know how many people are playing your game or who's actually going to be playing your game, because that's the general message. Because every kid is getting Call of Duty for Christmas. Okay, so I have some thoughts about the map philosophy that Infinity Ward had around designing all these maps, because we were going to talk about it for the podcast, but you're like, wait, because I have questions. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Infinity Ward explicitly said that they want to make maps that aren't simply 3 lanes and dom flags, one in front of me, one in front of the other team, and one in the middle. Or if you're playing TDM, it's either you run around the outside of the map or you go down the middle and there's some buildings in between. But for the most part, those are the 3 lanes. And most competitive shooters have this issue, have that kind of map layout. Call of Duty
some are designing explicitly for it, like Counter-Strike.
Yeah, so Counter-Strike it's kind of fine for, just because Counter-Strike is a weird...
It's part of its gameplay loop.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. People who play Counter-Strike kind of... It's a specific type of person.
But there is like a lane kind of design. It's a bit different in certain maps, but it's kind of that way.
Yeah, in Call of Duty, and Modern Warfare specifically, and Infinity Ward said that they're going to go away with that. Some maps might have stuff like that, might have that 3-lane system, but for the most part, what they're trying to do is make longer lines of sights and a lot more cover and a lot more. I don't know if they said dynamic, but that's a
buzzword, so I'm not sure if it's actually.
Yeah, I'm sure they did say that. I'm sure the devs.
Some marketing guy maybe told them.
Yeah. I know it's what I think what they would have meant if they did say that, because I'm pretty sure they did. There's so many areas of cover. Anyone can kind of be anywhere, and so you have to play. Yeah, it forces you to slow down and actually check your corners, check every single area you walk through.
Is cornerline a new thing?
Cornerline was an old thing, actually.
I mean for the modern Call of Duty.
Yeah, so this game doesn't actually have cornerline. What it has is you can mount your weapon on any flat surface. So
that's what it is.
Yeah, so you can mount it.
That's why it looks so weird.
Yeah, you can that's why it looks like you push towards something.
Yeah, I don't like how it looks to control.
I actually like it a lot. It helps with your accuracy a lot, and what it does is you can move once you're out. Once you're in it, you can just move your stick, your move stick, and you can.
Oh, you don't have to press a button to move. No. Okay, that's what it looked like.
But the reason is because there is a little bit of a pause. Because you have to first move your gun and then you'll move.
Yeah,
and so it kind of it's do you want to? Because you have to actually press a button to go into that position, but you don't have to press a button to get out of it. And so what's nice about it is you can choose. It's do I want to stay here and get better accuracy in this specific spot and kind of, hide myself a little bit better at the expense of sacrificing 5 milliseconds or whatever long it is.
It's like a half measure into adding a cover system in the game.
Yeah, which I think in Call of Duty it's nice because you can't really do cover system in this fast of a game. But I think this is a good way to slow down the gameplay instead of what Black Ops 4 did, which they slowed down the gameplay by making everyone have a lot of health and
healing
and can heal yourself. In this game, they're slowing down the gameplay by altering the gunplay in a way that I think that's the simple philosophy of altering gunplay, I think, is
They said that in 4, and that wasn't true at all.
Yeah, but I think it's true now, and I think that's what people are
It
really...
seems more true because that gun stuff seems fucking awesome.
Yeah, the gunsmith is really cool.
That's kind of what I thought they've always wanted to do since like Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Like the original.
Yeah.
Like customize your gun.
Yeah, now
and like it seems like that stuff actually matters.
Now it's actually, especially, and the reason why I think it especially matters is because you have maps where you can kind of play... You actually legitimately can play how you want. At least in all the... For the most... There's one map, the one that has the cave.
That's the one that I saw.
That's the one that everyone kind of hates.
It's like a big donut. It's a big weird donut.
I like it, especially in Domination. But I understand why people don't like it. It's a strange map.
Remember, most people played TDM.
Yeah. So I mostly play Dom, so that's why for me it's whatever. But I mostly play objective game because I'm not great at first-person shooter, so I always play objective games so I can pretend to be good. Yeah, I try to make the team win. And
You'd rather not drag down a team through just sheer deaths.
Yeah, so I'd rather...
Which a lot of people feel that way, actually.
Yeah, that's why in like hero shooters and shit, like
that's why Titanfall 2 is the best one. You still get kills even if you're bad.
Yep. This is why in like hero shit and stuff like that, I always do medic just because it's like, I'm not good, so I'm just going to heal you guys.
I don't pick medic because of that. I pick medic because I'm like, you fucking idiots are going to die. I need to save you.
Yeah.
I'm also the reason I'm glad I quit playing shooters on console competitively or like trying to play them routinely is because I got tired of having to either feeling like I had to carry this team, this was not fun, or...
Quick question. Do you like Battlefield? Have you ever liked Battlefield?
I liked Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Okay.
Battlefield 3 was fun for 15 hours. But then I'm like, this version is shitty because I'm playing the console version.
Okay. I would recommend now that you have a PC, if you can find... Well, I'm sure. Next time you see Battlefield 4 for like $1, get it. It's really fun. It's very active. I play it all the time.
The issue is that like I'm kind of like I can't play shooters on PC.
So that's the thing. If you want to get this, with the caveat, it's if you want to get into shooters on PC, because I think shooters.
I don't.
Yeah, that's fine. Shooters on PC is its own thing. It's its own genre. Honestly.
Well, because it plays differently.
It's very very different. I like it a lot.
The skill ceiling is way higher.
One of the reasons why I kind of stuck to PC gaming mostly because I think I'm better at it. I suck at. I've always been shitty on the 6
because it's different. It's just
my
different.
entire life. I've never been good, but on PC I get it. Like it's much more intuitive.
I don't get turning quickly. I can't snap to.
Yeah,
you know, if people play like a PC game, like they don't like snap to heads. If they're really good, they do. But like they snap to like center mass with like just doing it. It's like way faster than even auto aim would be if they're good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even get close. That's why I play like movement-based shooters instead.
Fair. Okay, so anyways, back to the beta.
Too hard.
So yeah, so the map design is interesting. The way they're doing it, I think it's good. It was kind of divisive at first. Like that first week, a lot of people were complaining that there was even one of my favorite tweets was like someone put like I think I sent it to you. Someone maybe I didn't. Someone put a screenshot of one of the maps and said that like the new Call of Duty sucks because there's too many places for people to hide. Like look at this area, and they circled like every area someone could hide in. It was like I don't know, like 17 places that people can hide in one screenshot. And they were like, "See this? I don't want to have to like look at every single box to see if there's someone hiding behind it." And then, but that was from the perspective of them standing in the middle of the street. And so someone commented, "It's like, well, don't stand in the middle of the fucking street." Like
you're saying in no man's land.
Yeah, exactly.
An open area where you're open everybody.
Which kind of proves that like the people who are complaining about it don't want that. They want the arena shooter. Like that's what they want. They want
shipment.
Yeah, which is fine, but that's not what this is, and it hasn't been for a very long time.
What I want is Favela, and we're never getting that again.
No,
Favela's the shit. It's such a good map.
Yeah,
we're never getting it again.
No, well, I will say there are some maps in Modern Warfare that remind me of some Black Ops 1 / Modern Warfare 2 maps. Like they're good. Like.
Just bring back Favela.
I know. They could. They've
done it before. Bring back the good maps.
Yeah, they might.
The ones that I think are good.
They've been doing that for the last couple.
Because my opinion matters in a series I don't care about anymore.
Right. The game that there's nothing on this planet that'll get you to buy mono for this game. It's not gonna happen.
If I could buy it for $0,
yeah, if someone gets it,
and when I was bored with it in an hour, I could get $60 for it.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nothing. You're not gonna play.
No.
Yeah. It's not for you. This is fine.
That campaign's 11 out of 10, which I highly doubt. I'm not touching this game.
Yeah, that's
even
fine.
for like $3 at Redbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. So yeah, the map designs I think are interesting. I don't remember. Maybe we got like 6 maps in this, like a good amount of maps. Maybe that's 4 or 5. I don't remember the number, but it was enough to where I was like I could kind of learn the maps, but I still felt every game was like, oh, this is a different map now. Like didn't feel like early COD betas where it was like you have 1 day to play, you have 2 maps, have
Go.
fun. Yeah. This is no, you have 6 days to play. Here's a bunch of here's a good amount of maps to understand our philosophy for this, how things have changed and how this game feels now. Learn it, and if you like the way it feels, I like the way it feels. It feels very good.
It's different.
I'm going again. I'm not 100% convinced I'm going to buy this game at all.
Really?
I don't know. I definitely won't be buying on the day one. Like that's no way that's happening. But
that's crazy.
What? You're
watching Walking Dead and you're quitting Call of Duty.
I didn't say I'm quitting.
Traditionally,
no,
that's weird.
No. I don't. I've never. The only CODs I buy day one are Treyarch games.
How late out from release do you buy Call of Duty game? Like, excuse me, what's the latest Call of Duty game you bought from release? Like latest time?
Infinite Warfare. I think I took like a week.
That's not a long time, dude.
No, it wasn't. It was enough for me to watch to the people that the people whose opinions on Call of Duty I agree with, or like that, like match my way of playing.
Dr. Disrespect.
No, like Drifter and shit like that, like and Hutch, like people like that, like people who are like old school COD dudes who aren't shitty people. They're just
like I said, Dr. Disrespect. Oh wait, shitty person. Never mind.
Yeah. You know what's funny about Dr. Disrespect and his whole
that I knew about him back then. I thought he wasn't funny back then too.
How like I think we talked about this already. How like I remember Dr. Disrespect back when they talked about it on PKA. Early PKA days, back when Dr. Disrespect had like 4,000
Yeah, I just knew who he was because like that wig is stupid. This bit isn't funny. But I knew about him back then because people were like, hey, look at this fucking weirdo.
Yeah, so crazy. And that guy is it blows my mind how massive he is. Just because it's like, wow, I remember when
look what happened to Nanners.
Nanners, same thing. Captain Sparkle, same thing.
He's done like 7 different YouTube careers.
For
like gaming and whatever. And now he's fully banking on people unironically listening to his Minecraft parody songs.
PewDiePie was
very weird.
PewDiePie was that for me, but at this point it's like, yeah, he's PewDiePie, so it's not weird anymore. But I remember when he did the Anita before the Anita.
Well, because that's because everyone was a Call of Duty YouTuber at the time. Because that's what everyone played. That was the age of YouTube. It was Call of Duty and then it was gaming.
Yep. Call of Duty was
Call of Duty commentaries, then machinima, and then gaming videos.
It was about
Let's Plays.
Yes, you're right.
And our Let's Plays, unless you're like an old school person or you have a devoted fan base, they're super dead.
Yep. Anyways,
or you like edited them heavily like Super Mega or like Game Grumps or Oni Plays or whatever.
So one thing I also want to talk about the beta is the PC situation. All right. Call of Duty has always had an interesting relationship with PC.
That's a funny way to put it.
Yep.
That's really funny.
It's very funny considering that Call of Duty 1 was a PC game and Call of Duty 2 and 3 were
PC games.
Call of Duty 2 especially, Call of Duty 3, but once COD 4 hit, once the Xbox 360 and PS3 came out, and they were like, COD 3 was also on those consoles. But,
it was,
but it was Modern Warfare. Really, that was 2007 was the big dick day for.
I said, hey, what if we put this game also on the DS?
Right, that was it.
I had that copy of it. I had that ROM on an Ace card.
We all played Black Ops 1 on the Wii.
Hey, that version's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it really is.
I didn't buy it, but a not rich family member of mine had it on his Wii. Like, hey, it plays okay.
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
It's a different game.
And people are on this server that are like Prestige 5.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
God, Black Ops on Wii. Fuck. That's a bad time of my life when I was playing that game.
Yeah, once Modern Warfare came out, I feel
the floodgates open.
Activision was just like, yeah, fuck the PC.
It's a console series now.
It's a console series now.
And has been ever since.
And people were kind of okay with it at the time because I think the PC fan base for COD kind of moved on.
Because Call of Duty changed what it was after 3.
Yeah.
Different. It's like that. Okay. Is it fair to say like it got rebooted at 4?
Oh, 100%.
Is that fair to say?
100%.
Because like I remember I played 2 and 3. I never beat 3 because I was fucking babby.
Yeah.
I remember playing 3. I'm like, hey, this game's cool.
No, COD. The original
cool,
COD,
realistic, like kind of realistic as far as it.
The original COD trilogy was trying to compete with like Medal of Honor and those games that were,
Medal of Honor.
SOCOM.
SOCOM
with its own thing.
Different.
Well, its own thing, but it was also another kind of
like realistic military.
Yeah,
but SOCOM's big gimmick was squads and modern day.
Yeah, Well, again, that was the thing.
And
that's why I think what Activision saw is like, hey, people are kind of liking these modern day stuff.
What if we did something with this?
Let's do that too. And so they did, and
they broke the industry.
They legitimately defined a generation. They defined a decade. Like that's straight up what they did. Like
they broke everything.
Yeah. So that happened.
With that one nuke.
And Activision really didn't care about PC until... And there's always PC ports of Call of Duty. And some of them were fine. Like the Modern Warfare 2 one was pretty good.
No dedicated servers, though.
Not at first. It got it like 2 years in.
You see that screenshot every couple of years, right? Of like the people in the stream group for Modern Warfare 2. I laugh every year. I'm like, yep.
Yep.
It's so funny. It's like 70 people out of 100 playing Modern Warfare 2 the day it comes out.
Yeah.
So funny.
But people still play Modern Warfare 2 on PC. I still play Modern Warfare 2 on PC. It's really fun, actually.
People still play Modern Warfare 2 on PS3, like me, like a year ago. I'm like, hey, people still on here? Yep, there is.
Yeah.
Hack servers are here, but whatever.
But I would say World at War was a different type of PC thing because they added the mod tools.
Yeah, that was Treyarch. That's different.
That was Treyarch being cool.
Not
just
Activision.
Yeah, because I think they're also just like, well, we have this new game mode that we really are proud of, and let's see what the community can kind of do with it and see. And that happened.
It's a different way of developing a game.
It was the whole zombies thing is a whole nother podcast we've done already.
The way COD has changed between its 3 studio system, then it went back to 2 for real, and now it's still 2.
It was 2 and then 3 and then 2. And
it was 3 and then not really 3 and then 2, and the way they've changed releases and theme, like it's been through the ringer of like, how do we change these games up?
Yeah.
That's what I want to ask you about. Like, okay, they've been selling the whole thing like we're going back to like we're going
boots on the
ground, but it's like besides that we're going for like gritty realism of like ripped from the headlines, like kind of like what they were saying for Watch Dogs 2, but they were taking that like as like just a spoof on modern day.
Yeah.
Which the spoofing in Watch Dogs 2 is up and down. Some of it's pretty good. Like it's funny enough, and it's not like too uncomfortable with how close it is to real life and where we're going with that stuff of like modern technology and social media and all that stuff. But like one, I was like, okay, what are they? My question was,
what do they mean?
All right, Modern Warfare had kill streaks on it, right?
Yep.
Modern Warfare's big defining moment, politically and for like telling a story, was the saga of the nuke and that scenario and the fallout from it, the causes of conspiracy of all that stuff. And it was done pretty gritty.
Oh, Modern Warfare, the original COD 4.
Excuse me, COD 4. Let's say COD 4 to keep it simple.
Yeah.
It's a big defining moment in games and in the series and shooters.
The nuke at the end of COD 4 was a very defining moment,
and then in the aftermath of it.
Then what really I think solidified Call of Duty, because COD 4 was big.
It was a pretty big deal.
It was a very big deal. It was not as big of a deal as Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, I think, was
for a different reason, but yes,
for a different reason for sure. But regardless of the effect is what matters.
The kind of games we can.
Yeah, the effect is what matters, because there are two things that happened in Modern Warfare 2. That was the age of YouTube gaming,
because they saw it happening.
Yeah, because there were channels before that, like Hut was back in Modern Warfare 1.
Like MLG
Rings of Redemption was back in World at War. Like there were YouTubers for sure,
but it blew up because of
Machinima. Cared at Modern Warfare 2. And because of that, that's when Woody's Gamertag came on, and T-Mart, everyone came on at that time. That, and then also the No Russian level.
No Russian is like, it's like, for me, that's like this. It's like the example of we failed to recreate, and then after No Russian, we failed to understand what that nuke meant.
Yeah.
Like No Russian, I would argue like because of like I played it then and like growing up now and being educated and like looking at it and like on its own. I don't agree. Like people have argued, I think not as much even back then, but like I don't think it was just for the shock of it, but it really like if you replay that, because I did recently, like a couple years ago, like hey, let's play the campaign again, let's to see what it was about.
Yeah. That
mission doesn't need to be in the game.
No.
Either for gameplay, for emotion, or for a narrative beat. It's there just kind of to be
So here's my thing with, real quick. So my thing, I think with the difference between Infinity War and Treyarch, two devs that actually I think matter in Call of Duty. Like all the other ones, whatever.
Because Treyarch tried with like the CIA torture stuff, and that fell flat.
Treyarch did their own thing because they were more about, I think,
telling their own story in this universe.
Yeah, they
don't really care about the boots on the ground stuff.
No,
it was just dressing for their own story.
Yeah, and Infinity Ward was always, I think, trying to go for the realism thing, but always tied down with the name Call of Duty and what Activision wanted them to do.
And they wanted to make it like cinematic and Hollywood-like, and because it did really well for Modern Warfare 2 especially.
And you can kind of see this because most of Infinity Ward left and formed Respawn, and then they made Titanfall.
And then they put their hearts into that game called
Titanfall.
And you can
you can see it's like when they're Unchained, there's especially Titanfall. Titanfall 2 is like
Titanfall 2 is
especially the campaign. Like you can see it's like they have
an eye for this stuff.
They know what they're doing. They know how to make good, compelling story in games that feel good, that you want to play, not just watch, but play.
Yeah, you want to interact with them.
Yeah. Unlike I haven't played Uncharted, but there's the argument of like
there are bits in Uncharted 1 that should not have been gameplay. They got better over time, but yes.
You know what
some
I mean?
games like Uncharted.
That was another thing that was a defining of the last generation of consoles.
Like too much like movies because you don't play them.
Yeah, the cinematic games. Like they were, And Infinity Ward kind of knew, well, the OG Infinity Ward team, because like I said, most of them left.
Some of them come back,
regardless,
though,
I feel like the ideas of Infinity Ward, like the core of Infinity Ward, I think always stayed. Like all the Infinity Ward games felt like that was another thing too. Is like when people look at Call of Duty, it's like, oh yeah, it's Call of Duty made by Activision. No. It's made by two devs, like two teams, and they're very different. Like you can say like COD the same every year. Yes, but there's a like a soul.
It's a flavor. They're literally different flavors.
There's a flavor to them that are very consistent each time. Like from Modern Warfare 1 to Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts, even they all have their own. They all fit together. Yeah. And
they've
so I
changed
feel
a bit more after like World
yeah, they
World War
start.
II.
I would say Advanced Warfare once they introduced Sledgehammer in to do the third dev thing. Yeah, that was a whole nother thing. But for the most part, Infinity Ward, I feel like always wanted to make the new Modern Warfare. Like, I feel like that's a game that they've always tried to make, but they've never been able to. And I feel like so far, based off of what they're saying, based off what the devs are saying,
and what they've shown,
what they've shown, what the individual people in the community, like in the teams, are saying, like not just Infinity Ward Twitter, like the actual devs inside are saying, it's like, no, we're finally making the game that we've been trying to make, but we just couldn't, and we didn't know how, and it was too early to reboot. And so I think now is, a decade later, it's time to reboot the series and actually get to, now that we have the better technology and stuff like that, we can maybe actually make something that we tried to. It's still in the Call of Duty framework. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, they're not.
I'm not trying to like say Call of Duty is this new thing now. No. It's still Call of Duty. It still definitely feels like COD. If you don't like COD, you're not gonna like this game.
Yeah.
But I think this is for the people who've been saying it's like bring COD back to the old days. This isn't memes anymore. This isn't just the joke of we want the old White Boy 7th Street thing of make COD great again. I think they did it with this one. Again, the game's not out. The campaign's not out. We haven't seen anything of the campaign yet. I've heard about it, and that's its own thing, and I've heard it from people that I kind of trust online.
So have I.
And so it's like it sounds like they're going for it. Like it sounds, but I haven't seen it yet.
But
the multiplayer, at least the multiplayer.
It's like every time when I hear, look at people that I follow on podcaster media, like they go and see it.
Yeah,
I heard this. Remember when I heard this exact thing of feeding of like a boots on the ground story?
Yeah,
World War II.
Yep. You know what? And they're not. And World War II, they weren't wrong.
They didn't fail.
No,
it was nothing special.
It wasn't. You're right, but it was definitely. It looked like
there was effort for sure. I could see them going for something.
The guys, I don't know what, because that was a different team. So whoever was in charge of like the Call of Duty direction, like the director of like, I know it's different devs, so it's hard to. I don't know who's in charge.
And people leave and come and go all the time.
Yeah,
there's giant studios.
Definitely someone at Activision for sure. There's something they've been trying to do here, and I think Modern Warfare might be the one that's succeeding in it, simply because of the way the beta feels and the changes that they're trying to do, and the limitations that they're purposely putting there, and the stuff that they're giving to us. I don't know. I think this might be a good Call of Duty. Like this might all this to say. Yeah. I think they did it. Like I think this is, if you've been waiting for COD to go back to Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 1 and those kind of games, this might be the game. Finally.
Have you ever played Spec Ops: The Line? I've talked about it here before.
Yeah, I have it. I installed it. I played like the first mission, and I didn't like the way it feels. I don't think the game aged as well as it should have.
I would like you to put that game on easy.
Yeah.
And before you play Modern Warfare, I would really ask you to play that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simply for the fact that when I was watching beta footage of this game, they decided to make one of the kill streaks, which I was talking about earlier. Remember how Modern Warfare 2 they made the best kill streak a nuke?
Yep.
But it killed you and your teammates. You won.
Yeah.
But everyone died, and it took forever to get to, and it looked like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. It was hard.
And they really never brought things like that back. They had like the Moab, but that was because like we want to just copy it.
It's a nuke. It's the same thing.
And to be fair, the Black Ops games were a bit sillier, and they got sillier after Black Ops 1. But they decided to make the big dick kill streak in this game white phosphorus.
Yeah.
Are you aware of what white phosphorus is and what it does to people?
I don't think so.
I would rather not ruin people's days by describing what it does to people, or not just people. Look up photos or videos of what it can do, or maybe read about it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'd recommend people play the game called Spec Ops: The Line, because it is a primary plot point of a very real world thing that we have and do use on people.
Okay.
From like the past, like legitimately, Spec Ops: The Line makes me like I'm fine with never having a Call of Duty game that's serious ever again.
Yeah.
Because that's where that kind of thinking goes.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure Call of Duty's framework of gameplay can fit it. Because when I watch that gameplay, I see people like ragdoll really funny.
Mhm.
They don't have like they're not going for like hyper violence like World at War was.
Yeah.
Whereas they show like how brutal things were.
No.
But also they're using like they don't want to make things too violent.
Mm-hmm.
But they made white phosphorus a kill streak.
This is what I think the multiplayer.
It's like I get it. The multiplayer is its own. I get it.
It's always been this
It's
way.
its own thing. Sure. But they are also always somewhat attached at the hip, maybe not kissing each other like that close.
Yeah.
They are attached to the single player.
Yeah, I am
single
also
player because World at War's tone was pretty close to the multiplayer.
Yes.
Almost like the best of any Call of Duty game.
Oh, I always go back to World at War is
It's
still,
underrated as a campaign, but like everyone agrees it is good, but it's a little underrated and like how well it succeeded.
I think I think
Not as good as 4, still pretty great.
No, I think it's better. I think World at War should.
You can argue that, and I'm not like I.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong. It's like,
No. It's an actual debate to have. Like it's
because 4's gameplay is shittier in the campaign for sure, but its moments are much more.
World at War is
interesting.
still a game that holds up campaign. Like the campaign's still
That knife scene, man, when you're on the beach,
and when you meet Reznov, that whole sniper level is so great.
It's pretty great.
Like
that's why I'm like, man, I want them to like make something on that level of like making a game that's about action and modern military, but also commentating on modern.
Well, this is what I liked about.
But can they do it?
This is what I liked about Black Ops 1. Is Black Ops 1.
They tried, but then they went. Also, the main guy shot JFK.
Yeah,
LOL.
I liked it. I still like Black Ops 1.
It'd been fun. No, like I liked it. It got hokey halfway through.
A little hokey, but it's still. I think it's still.
My main beef is that I wish that game was only the Vietnam stuff.
Yeah,
the Vietnam stuff is compelling. Everything else is like kind of window dressing to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Black Ops 2.
Because it is hard to take a modern military campaign seriously after playing Modern Warfare. The Call of Duty games after it, especially Three's shocking moment is really like gross.
I don't even remember Modern Warfare.
You play as like a civilian in like France and you get killed by neurotoxin.
Oh, okay.
Like in first person, like you see like a baby carriage and a child fall over.
Yeah.
And it's like this is here because you put it in 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Like why is this even here?
So that's
just like so.
But
lazy
that's what it sounds
throwaway.
like they're trying to go for in this new Modern Warfare. Like they.
Well, not like I'm saying not a throwaway, like I said, obviously, but
but
I would hope they're not.
What it sounds like, the campaign.
That little girl stuff that I heard about, that sounds like that again.
Well, what it sounds like, at least then.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah, based off.
But it sounds not.
Well, okay, based off what everyone's saying, based off what the people who've seen it, people who've played it, and people who have made it, like it seems like they're trying to make a game that's actually consistently that though. Instead of just having 1 or 2 levels that are the shock levels.
Yeah.
Because
we have gotten better.
Let's make the shot. Like they want to make the shock game. This is not for you. Don't play this fucking game for Andres. Like don't play this.
And no, I want a good campaign.
It doesn't matter. You're not gonna like it. Just because I know they're going.
If the story is good, that's all I.
Oh,
the
maybe.
reason I don't play Call of Duty campaigns anymore because the stories are not compelling anymore.
Yeah.
Same with Battle. They're like the fact that
I will argue always for Black Ops 3 because I think Black Ops 3 is good. The campaign is.
I never touched it, but whatever.
No one did. No one touched it, and that's why I think no one has an opinion.
Like I talked about, like there are really no fun single player shooter campaigns anymore because we don't need them.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 is like the last good,
and it didn't need to be there, and it was the best one. But like, because multiplayer is the name of the game. Games as a service are a thing now. So all of these like big shooters that used to have really good campaigns or used to be about them.
Yeah.
Like Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor came back to Call of Duty and died. Yeah. I played them both. They were shitty.
Yeah.
And World at War, Battlefield is copying Call of Duty's mediocre campaigns, not its good ones.
Yeah, well, no, Battlefield always had shitty campaigns.
No, it never had good ones.
Never.
But
yeah.
It was on par. The best they ever got was like on par with like Modern Warfare 3s.
Yeah.
Like they're not good anymore.
Yeah.
No big series has a good campaign anymore. That used to have great ones.
Yeah, it used to be.
And I would love for that to
I remember when multiplayer was secondary. It was always campaign first, multiplayer second.
Before Call of Duty 4.
COD 4 flipped that. I think COD 4 was they were trying to be even.
Like, do you remember how bad Battlefield 3's campaign is?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah,
it's
so terrible.
So bad.
That shitty blue light.
Battlefield 1.
Holy
the
cow.
Best part about
is the first mission.
The tutorial level.
And that's it. The rest of the game falls really
flat.
The
best campaign in any Battlefield game is the tutorial level of Battlefield 1.
No, Bad Company 2.
Maybe.
If you ever played Bad Company 2, that's like my favorite one.
I did, but I don't think I ever played the campaign. I think I only played multiplayer back in.
The campaign's pretty alright.
Yeah.
But also I've played it since like it came out.
Yeah,
I remember liking it a lot.
Yeah. All right. We're at 16 minutes, but real quick, I want to talk about the COD Mobile.
Oh yeah, okay. Question for that: have you touched it at all since you first talked about it when it came out in China?
Yes, I played it a lot.
Are you still playing it? Are you still playing it like?
No, I deleted just because I got tired of having to deal with VPNs.
Gotcha.
But if the game
so
came,
like
as soon as the game comes, October 1st it comes out. I will be playing this game.
You just have to pre-register.
Is it pre-register?
Or just open it yourself and get it.
Yeah.
Or go to an APK site. If
it's out. Like it'll be out. So
yeah.
I will be playing this game day one, 100%. I really like the COD Mobile. It's very, very good. It feels like Call of Duty
and it ran pretty well even in beta, right?
Yeah, it ran great.
And you're playing people outside of the country most likely.
Real quick, Real quick, before we move on, I don't think I actually mentioned the PC issue I had. PC was broken.
Right. For everybody or especially for you?
So I was trying to weave together this whole PC arc of Call of Duty games.
You were texting me, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? You're having so much trouble.
Yeah. So I was trying to weave together this arc right now, and I forgot to end the arc of the PC relationship with.
Just like Game of Thrones writers.
Yep. So there's a reason why I like it. So the
that's why you love shitty PC games that don't work.
Yeah. Yeah, the game is unplayable. So it seems
that bad, huh?
So
I thought you fixed it and just like
no. So what seems to be the issue for
everybody?
Not everybody.
Okay.
A lot of people. I don't know most. I haven't seen any YouTuber that I watch, like Drifter, who's a PC COD player, had no issues. I think Hutch also plays on PC. He didn't have any issues, or even they didn't know about it. Like they're like, what issues? Like it runs perfectly, and I understand why, because when the game ran for me, I was able to max out settings.
Really?
And run
your rig
flawlessly.
Your rig isn't super new, but it's decent, right?
Yeah,
it's like decent. A couple, 2 or 3 years.
I have an RX 580. 12
that's really good. Yeah, 580 is really good.
Yeah, it's an 8 gigs of VRAM. It's 12 gigs of RAM and i5 4690K, which is the thing that's bottlenecking me a little bit. But I overclocked the shit out of it, so it's running. It's still old. It's still not I'm not saying it's overclocked.
But
therefore it's good.
It's not old as my rig.
My rig is fine. I probably have another year for it, and next year I'm definitely going to have to completely change it if I want to keep up
the whole thing.
Yeah, most motherboard and CPU. I probably can keep the graphics.
When I say the whole thing, I mean pretty much motherboard and CPU.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. Where it's I fucking got to change the CPU. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah, I'll probably have to get new RAM. Yeah. It's a. Might
as well get a new case.
The only thing
I'm
I'll
already
keep,
treating myself.
The only thing I'll keep is hard drives, SSD, and my graphics card, and maybe.
Might as well get a curved monitor too while I'm at it.
Right?
I'm already spending $1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Louis, you're not the only person I know who built hey, I'm already spending $1,000. Fuck it, what's 500 more?
Yeah,
it happens. All
my PC was really going to be 800, and it ended up being 12. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everyone does it. Yeah.
I hear it all too often. I'm gonna come in in a year oh hey, what up? I have a tri-monitor setup.
I'm $4,000 in debt for my PC.
But I can run Battle of Bikini Bottom's PC remake at 1,000 FPS.
That's all that matters for me, honestly.
I'm your 580 won't run the game on PC. It'll make me lose my mind.
Okay,
so badly.
So the Modern Warfare beta, I had issues right away. As soon as I downloaded it, I was able to download it early and then play it. And as soon as I loaded it up, it said, your graphics card's drives are out of date. Update your drivers. Which I was like, okay, that makes sense. I haven't updated my drivers in a very long time. Let's do this. Update. So I went to AMD, the AMD Radeon software thing. The way AMD, and I think NVIDIA has the same thing too. I've never had an NVIDIA card, so I don't know. But AMD has this thing where it says it has recommended driver and optional driver.
Yes.
The optional drivers are in beta.
Because I have NVIDIA's.
Okay, so same thing then. So I went to the recommended one.
Which is what, from what I understand, you should usually do.
Yeah, so I did. Yeah, exactly. That's why. So I was
I was like, oh, hey, this one game, you should use the betas.
Yeah, did it. But you've updated drivers. Takes forever. Does the restart thing. The screen turns black for a long time. You don't know if you just broke your PC or not. You have to wait. You never know.
I hate that feeling so much.
Yeah, I've updated
now
drivers.
I understand how this stuff works. I'm I fucking hate this.
I've updated my drivers. I've been updating drivers my whole life, and I still freak out.
Okay, that's not a thing forever.
Yeah, it's a thing for you'll never.
I love having that fear of God in me forever.
Especially when you put $1,200 at this point, $1,400 into your PC.
I didn't put that much, but I put digits.
Yeah, enough.
I put digits
Enough.
But I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah. Did it? Launched the game. Still says your driver's not updated. I was like, the fuck? Does it want me to do
time to go on
optional
the trip and go
drivers?
Yeah.
So I did. The optional drivers. Which that being said, the optional drivers did fix a Borderlands issue. There's a couple weird issues with Borderlands. However, it introduced a shitload of more new ones on Borderlands now.
And the console versions I've heard are not
actually
great.
Borderlands 3 is getting worse. I'm having exploding light shafts and
ooh, that's the fun one.
Yeah, when you can't see anything.
That's a
and also
nasty
just
one.
Black textures on things and black voids. So
people missing face textures.
Hopefully that gets fixed. That all has to revert back to an old driver.
Thanks, Gearbox.
Oh no, I have to delete drivers. That'll be fun.
The idea of doing that freaks me out so bad, dude.
Yeah. So did that. Finally, it said, cool, you can play. So I loaded up, max everything out, change all my settings, change my controls, and it crashes while I'm in the menu. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm in the menu. Why'd it crash? Whatever.
Oh, it's a beta.
Load up. Yeah, exactly. Load it up again. Finish updating everything. By the way, this is a crossplay beta. So I was playing on a PS4. As soon as I opened it up on the PC, it logged me in automatically to my Activision account and left all of my settings were there. All of my classes, all my rank was the same. My clan tag, everything was exactly the same. Which is this is the gamer future we've been wanting forever. Like that alone makes me want to get the game. Honestly, just having perfect crossplay and cross progression is. Yeah, that's all I want in every game. Like
if you play with a keyboard and mouse on PC or PS4, does it make you play with people who have keyboard and mouse?
Yeah, it's a controller. Not
lobbies.
Yeah, control. I mean, it's not always that way, but for the most part, they try to do
I
that.
think that's because the beta maybe couldn't do it.
No, even when it comes to, there's still
talk about like it might not work.
Oh no, it's still again. Most of your lobbies will be controller based. But sometimes if it's faster to just put one or two people with controllers, it'll just do that because it's Call of Duty. They want to get you in and out of a game as quickly as possible.
Right. Okay.
So
that's actually the only feature that I think is like really great.
Yeah, it's great. So load up the game again, finish doing my settings, crashes again in the menus, and I was like, all right, so I'm gonna just like leave this settings alone and just play. And hopefully, maybe it's just the menus that are fucked.
It's a curse.
So I load up the game again. By the way, when it crashes, I have to, because at the time I had a single monitor and it wouldn't let me do anything. So I had to literally turn off my PC and turn it back on.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
So
that was the ultimate nightmare.
So that was 2 times I had to do that.
Load up the game. Fear for your life.
So yeah, load up the game, play it. It's running perfectly, man. Max settings. I'm running like 75 FPS. It's perfect. Like I have no issues at all. There's the only issue is blurriness, which everyone has this issue. They have a really bad anti-aliasing on this game on PC. Don't know why. Even if you put the lowest anti-aliasing, it's still really fuzzy. And if you turn off anti-aliasing, it looks terrible.
They could probably fix that before release.
Yeah, so Infinity Ward on Reddit, they've been every day of the betas, they put like community updates on the subreddit, talking about like all the issues they know about and they're actively trying to fix.
And that's one of them.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Okay.
So
good.
Same thing with the crashes. All these crashes were on there. But while I was playing the game, I maybe got like 3 minutes in, and it crashes again. And so I restart my PC again. And this time, I'm playing with the dead boy, Isaiah, at this time. And so we were trying to play together because he was on PS4 and I was on PC. I was like, maybe it's because we're doing crossplay. Maybe that's why it keeps crashing.
It shouldn't be, but
so I'm just going to try it by myself and see if it works. Try it. Get through, I think at this point I get through my first game, like on PC. At this point, by the way, I'm like level 20, like or level 15 or something. Like I'm already pretty high up on PS4. So I was like, I could just move over to PS4 and play it, but I hate playing with controller. I want to play on PC. That's what I will be getting the game.
Feature of this game.
If I'm going to be getting this game, I will be getting it on PC.
Hey, worst case scenario, you buy it on PS4 and
you
just plug it in because they just let you do it natively. You don't have to buy like a weird adapter for it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So
you could.
I could. Not going
to.
to.
Put your PS4 right over there and just do it.
Totally could. 100% not going to do.
At least the option's there.
Yeah, options there.
For someone out there who wants to do it, because there's people who are.
Well, no, because I have to get PlayStation Plus, so if I want to play the game, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Okay, so try the game again, play by myself, get through my first game, went great. I loved playing with the mouse. I was like, I was murdering people, especially when there were people with controllers. I was like,
I wonder why.
This is so unfair.
I wonder why.
It's so unfair, but it was great. I was having a blast. Even people with mouse and keyboard, I was still.
Lewis, it's fun to win. I don't know if you've ever tried.
Yeah, no, I was having
winning.
By the way, real quick, even on console with a controller, I still did really well. Like I don't want to take away from your accomplishments, but like you said earlier, it's just a beta.
Everyone was playing that wasn't a Call of Duty fan.
Yeah, so no,
which is why I played betas because like I'd get a fucking pub stomp like crazy.
Yeah, I had a great
going
time.
20-2 and shit like that.
But then it crashes again, and at this point I'm like, fuck this game. And so I go on Reddit and figure out is everyone having this problem? And oh my god, a lot of people are having this issue. Not everybody, most people it looks like are having this issue of this game just not working. And someone suggested that seemed to work for them. They were able to play for like an hour with no crashes. Delete the game, reinstall it.
An hour with no crashes.
Yeah. Delete the game.
I love PC gaming.
Listen to my words. Okay. Delete the game, download it again, reinstall it, and run Blizzard as admin, and it works.
What?
And at that point, I was like, well, it's like 11 p.m. at this point.
I have like shit to do.
I'm gonna do it.
You were like, fuck it, I'm already this far in.
Well, I'm just gonna let it download and overnight and stuff like figure it out in the morning.
Okay.
So I did that, re-downloaded it, running Blizzard as admin. First of all, Blizzard, so whatever.
LOL.
Yeah, Blizzard. LOL.
Remember when they said they were gonna put in work to make the servers better for Call of Duty, make it run better on PC?
Yeah, well,
I remember that. Jeff Kaplan came out, Mr. Overwatch fan came out and said he was going to work on it.
So I do
himself.
I do
with
that.
his own money and time and power.
I reinstall the game, try it. I get through like a game and a half and it crashes. So I was like, farther ever.
That's not an hour.
Still, yeah, I was like, cool, 12 minutes. New record.
Your hour of free beta?
Yeah.
How dare they? You're entitled to that time.
Well, this is my So this is my thing. At first, I was like, well, I can't be too mad. I'm not paying for this. But then I thought,
but then you go, hey, fuck that. That's stupid. Don't think like that.
Well, that, and then also I was like, wait. This is like people who also pre-ordered the game already are having this issue. Like people who have put money on this game already are having
your
this issue.
rational brain kicked on. Like, wait a minute, that's not acceptable.
That's super. And then I went like, wait, if I pre-ordered this game and this was happening to me, I'd be livid, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so. And then I got even more mad than I should have been. Like then I got more mad than I needed to be. And so at that point, I went back on Reddit and was trying to find anything, and everyone kept saying it's like, no, this was an issue that they added in the third day update because the second day, whatever. Because the first day was only for people who pre-ordered the game, and then after that, anyone could play for this last week. Mm-hmm. And they were saying on the first day it was fine, no one had this issue. But as soon as they updated the game to let everyone go, like there was a new update to actually update
the capacity for people.
Whatever update did is ruining the game. Like it has nothing to do with. It's not a server thing because it's not just more people are playing because
something else besides.
It's happening on when you're by yourself in the menus.
Yeah,
like
the crashes.
Yeah.
Crashes would be on your end. With
so
the
this
files.
is a thing that they added in a broken update and they never fixed it. Never fixed. They mentioned it. They say like, yeah, if you're having crash issues, let us know what's happening, what you're doing, when you're doing it, and what your PC rig is like. What's going on? Tell us all the
typical
things.
Beta information.
Yeah.
That if you care about a game, you should.
So which is good. At least Infinity Ward knows that it was happening. But I didn't get to play it on PC. I just didn't get to play it. So,
and who knows? Maybe you'll never.
Maybe I'll never. If they don't get it fixed, this is why I kept saying it's like I don't know if I'll buy this game, but I don't know if I can.
Fair. You shouldn't buy a game you can't play.
Yeah. If they can patch it and
it's like buying a car that won't drive.
All that being said, if they can patch it where it doesn't happen, I'd be more than happy to play this game on PC just because it runs great.
You'll consider it a lot more.
Well, yeah, because it runs great when it's running.
When it runs.
Yeah, I had no issues. There was like a little bit of stutter.
Did Black Ops 4 give you this much hell?
No. Black Ops 4, I had a couple crashes sometimes on Blackout, especially when it came out. A lot of people were having Blackout crashes. That got fixed pretty.
That's a good sentence.
Yeah, that got fixed pretty quickly. And then I've kind of consistently had zombies crashes, but everyone has zombies. That
was because it was fucking not finished, right, on everything?
Yeah, it's still... today, I was watching Noah J stream.
That's the guy who I saw stream at day one, and it crashed. He's like, I've been here for 5 hours. It's crashed me 3 times. I give up for today.
Yeah, today I was watching Noah J play the new map that just came out.
For context, he's a zombie YouTuber.
He's a zombie YouTuber, yeah. And they were doing Easter egg hunting. They were like halfway through the Easter egg, 5 hours in, or a long time. They were like around 20 or something. Like I don't know how long they were.
But they probably restarted because like they found things out.
Yeah,
they were testing.
They're slowly going through the Easter egg, trying to figure it out, and it blue screen on them on PS4. So like,
it's like error crash takes you like to the blue default screen.
Yeah, it was like, oh man,
still crashing, huh?
Yeah,
for all these months.
Yeah, even on
almost
console.
a full year.
Yeah. So okay, so that's
$60 you pay for these games.
Yeah, man.
$60.
Okay, so COD Mobile, it's really fun. What questions did you have? Did you have some questions?
Oh, so Zombies was in the beta at some point for that?
Yeah, Zombies was in the first run of the beta.
So I didn't get to play like Treyarch Zombies, or
so no, I didn't get to. I didn't get none. I didn't get to play it. But
its own thing.
I just wasn't. I didn't even know about this game at the time. Well, I knew about it, but I didn't know. I thought it was one of those Chinese only games. Like
they have that.
Yeah,
they have one already.
Yeah. So that's what I thought it was at first, and then once I figured out what it was, once I started trying the beta out, they took out the zombies. But the zombies it's there's going to be 2 modes. There's going to be regular mode, but that wasn't in the beta. Like regular, just normal round based mode. But the main one that they were advertising, and at the time they're advertising, they haven't really talked about it yet, or in the new trailers and stuff, was like a mission based one where you had to do certain objectives in the maps, and then you could actually like just beat the map. Like kind of like that
one mode in 4.
No, it's kind of like Extinction back in Ghosts. There's the alien one.
Oh.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing. Like a lot of people like Extinction.
I like the color scheme of Extinction.
Yeah. The best thing to come out of Extinction is Ben's album Extinction, which has nothing to do with Extinction now that we know about Zed.
So it doesn't relate, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Don't give someone else who did something that you enjoy.
It's called Extinction. It is kind of about it. Well, what it is Activision told Ben about they were working on an alien game mode. That's it. That's all he knew. and so he made an album based off of that.
Yeah, for him, not
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
game, so not associated.
Well,
Inspired.
Well, it was he.
At best.
As far as I can tell, Ben was. I believe this is theories, but I don't know. I believe one of Ben's job at Activision was to create hype for the game with his music, and so to word like based off Call of Duty Ghosts on it, so people can listen to the music and get hype for the game, even if the music had nothing to do with the game. Just to,
Oh, like that Eminem Black Ops song, that smash hit.
Yeah. Or the Avenged Sevenfold song.
Concert, you mean?
No, they had songs too. They had a Carry
They
On.
should have had a concert and he shows up as a hologram.
Oh, Ben? That'd be great.
No, for the Avenged Sevenfold shit. To make it even dumber.
They did. They also had a concert.
No, but like the hologram of like the characters on stage.
They did.
Wait, that what?
They're on the... What do you...
No, not the in-game cutscene. I mean like in real life. Just fucking have a show and like Woods shows up.
What is it called? Not IGC, right? No, what is the old, like in the 90s, there's a lot of games that have the real life cutscenes.
Oh, FMV?
Yes. FMV. Yeah, I wanted FMV of Event Sevenfold in Black Ops.
And he's just a pre-rendered 3D dude.
Yeah.
Just playing drums.
3D rendered woods with real FMV and shadows there. Anyway. So yeah, whatever. Ben, blah blah blah. Probably, yeah, zombies. So yeah, it's mostly the mission-based thing. That's the main draw. But I believe there's also going to be the normal round-based modes. And the maps are the 3 parts of transit. So town
flex,
town, farm.
But they can do that on a phone.
Not transit. No.
Not the whole map, just the parts on their own.
Either you can play the map you can play the map town, you can play the map farm, or you can play the map bus depot.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. So
aren't you hyped?
I'm not hyped about the zombies part. I'm just really hyped about the actual multiplayer stuff.
Having it on the go.
It's really fun. I played it all the time on break. Like at work, I was able to, I'm 15-minute breaks at work. I can play like 3 matches of this, 3 matches, because they're pretty short games. But it's still, these are maps that I know. I've played Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, all those games a lot. I know these maps, and it fucking feels like Call of Duty in your hand, like in your phone, on your mobile device. Y'all have phones.
I already played Call of Duty on mobile. It's called Call of Duty Black Ops on the DS.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck that game so bad.
Maybe one day they'll update the Black Ops Zombies mobile game.
That was its own thing at one point.
That's still a thing. It's still like the number 7 app on the Play Store.
That's not true.
Bro, like it's in the top 20 for sure. And it has been forever. Like for paid apps, it's straight up. Like it always has been. You can look.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, look.
Why am I not talking?
Go to top paid games. We'll do this live on the podcast, gang. You go to your Android device, go to top charts, scroll over to top paid, and it's on the top 20 right now. It's number 30 right now. The Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies mobile app is number 30 in 2019. So, yeah. It's beating Five Nights at Freddy's 4. So.
Well, this looks like dog dicks.
It was cool back in the day, back in 2011 or whenever this game came out. 2012.
What the fuck?
I played it a lot. I played on my iPod or my iPhone back when I had an iPhone. All right, this podcast is over now.